All right, the newest addition to the UFC featherweight division, Jared Gordon. How's life right now, man?
It's a little weird, I live down here in Florida, so the spikes in Corona have been rampant.
Mm.
Um, so I've been like dodging and weaving. But so far it's been all right. Got all the training I needed to get in. Now it's just stay healthy, cut the weight, get over to Fight Island, and get my hand raised.
With the spike in infections, you know what I mean? What are your views on this pandemic? Do you feel like people just got too crazy too quick?
I mean, during lockdown, they had it under control. The cases were really low, and Florida was like really laid back with their restrictions and when they opened back up and stuff. So even before they opened back up, people were going out, going to the beach and doing what they wanted to do. Started getting lazy with masks and stuff. And then they opened, and I think they were expecting a surge in cases once they reopened. So that was like normal, but then it like, some we're seeing like 9,500 cases a day. Today I think was like 6,000. But it's going up, it's going down, it's going up, but it hasn't been less than 5,000 cases a day in like over a week. And they're also doing a lot of testing, so more testing, more cases, but there's definitely a crazy spread going on right now, and so it's been pretty nerve wracking, and like you feel like a tickle in your throat, or you hear someone or cough a little, you're like, so yeah, it's definitely been crazy. But I got tested last week actually because I wasn't feeling well, and I got 3 different tests at 2 different locations, and they were all negative. And I got really sick actually. I had a fever and I wasn't feeling well, so I was like, for sure I got coronavirus, and I got tested and I was negative. So I must have caught like a flu or something else. But it's been scary, but making do, and I'm almost there. So I think I'll be all right.
Now, this year has been a somewhat of a adjustment period for you. A lot of adapting, right? You had the fight for San Diego, then they switched it to Jacksonville, and then you had a couple opponents turn you down. Then the whole time the pandemic's going on, was there was it frustrating for you at times, or did you just have a go with the flow attitude?
Yeah, I mean, I got frustrated here and there, but you know, at like at this point in time, can't really blame anyone for not being able to fight or not being ready. And um, it didn't work out for May, but I think it's cool that I'm going to Fight Island. So um, I think everything happens for a reason. So I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Your first 5 fights were at lightweight in the UFC. I've heard that you've been contemplating dropping to 145 a few fights back. Do you ever dwell on that? That decision of not dropping down as fast?
So my first UFC fight was at 45, but I missed weight, so they had me move up. Um, had some ups and downs at lightweight, and I moved to Milwaukee. I'm from Queens, New York. When I moved to Milwaukee, my plan was to go to 45. The UFC was going to let me go down, but Duke Rufus didn't want me cutting all the weight, so I stayed at 55. And um, I feel like at 55, everyone's always bigger than me. Every time I get in the cage at 55, guys are taller, longer, heavier. Um, and when I'm better, I win because I could out technique them. But once guys start getting really big and also really technically good, it starts to get hard to find the advantages, and like where can I win this fight? How can I win this fight? So um, I'm happy I'm going down, and I truly believe that this is where the weight classes that I should have been in this whole time. Um, so here I am.
Definitely. Well, in the first half of this year, what adjustments have you made, like to your diet or even to your exercise, to, be comfortable at featherweight after being at lightweight for so long?
So at 55, like, super easy for me to make weight. I started dieting like 3 weeks before the fight, and I cut a couple pounds, and then I get to a point where all I have to do is cut some water, and I make 55 easily. 45 is a stretch. So, I had to start dieting way earlier, get my weight down to a lower walk around weight so that the cut from there is easy instead of being like drawn out and like trying to cut a huge amount of weight in a short amount of time. Like if I was cutting from 85 and I had 8 weeks, that would be really tough. But, if I get to 170, 168, and then over the course of 8 weeks, cut that weight, I'm able to get to a low enough weight where the water cut is smooth also. So really just have to be more strict for a longer period of time. And, my work ethic is always the same. I'm burning enough calories. It's all about the diet. So for this one, I've been in fight camp for like 12 weeks. So, I started camp at a low enough weight where I feel comfortable going into fight week and just cutting some water weight and getting to 45.
Also, the environment, right, of Florida, the humidity, it probably makes it easier for you to kind of keep your weight low, right?
Yeah, like the whole vibe in Florida, everybody's shirtless on the beach. They don't want to be walking around looking like a slob anyways. So it's kind of just like the lifestyle here,
Yeah.
But yeah, training in 95-degree weather definitely helps when, our gym's wide open and super humid. So, as soon as you get on the mat, you're sweating. But, and when you're running outside, you're just dripping sweat. So it's definitely helped. And I think it's also getting me ready for Fight Island, 120-degree weather over there and super humid. So at least I'll get a look at what it's like to train in the heat and, acclimate to that feeling.
Dana White, he posted a picture of an octagon that's being built on the sand, and it looks like that's not going to be the one that you're going to fight in, but it looks like they put it out there just for looks. But I think you can train in there. Would you go out there in the sand in that octagon and train a little bit? Do you think you'll do that?
I mean, I guess if I had the opportunity to get out there, break a good sweat, yeah, why not? But that's definitely not where we're fighting. But I think that's more for like open workouts and some media stuff. But yeah, I'm excited to go, man, and see the whole. I was actually there in Abu Dhabi in last September.
Oh yeah.
For Paul Felder and Bilal Muhammad. So I already know the lay of the land. It's on the same island we were on, so I know what to expect. So kind of just going back to a familiar place.
Definitely. Now, your opponent, Chris Fishgold, he's 1-2 in the UFC. Fought some high-level guys at featherweight. What is your analysis of his skill set?
I think he's in the UFC. He's good. He's got a good record. He's fought some tough guys. Stylistically, I think it matches up perfectly with my style. I think, I'm just a bigger, better, more polished version of him in a sense. His resume shows that he's a grappler, and I think my style of ground and pound is perfect for that kind of style of fight anyway. So I think I match up perfectly with him, and I'm going to go to Abu Dhabi, get my hand raised, come home with the win.
You don't expect yourself to stay a couple more weeks, maybe hop in there again one more time? You don't see that happening?
Man, that's what I was thinking, like I'm not looking past Chris, obviously, but get my hand raised fast, come out uninjured, keep me quarantined over there, get another paycheck. I would definitely do it.
Your opponent, he's been out of competition for more than a year. Are you a believer in ring rust, or do you feel like it's just something that's mental?
He's got a lot of experience. Ring rust is, I think it's all relative to your mindset. He's a professional. He trains. I'm sure he trains year round. So, no, I wouldn't say that that's a a big factor. Could help, yeah, but I'm not really looking into that as like a way to win. Expecting him to not be ready. I'm sure he's going to be ready.
I saw on your phone, you on Instagram, you posted something on your phone of your screensaver as a photo of your last fight against Charles Oliveira. How much does visual reminders play into like mentally focusing on the fight and moving forward?
Well, every time I look at my phone, I have to get reminded of how Charles, you know, finished me off, and it sounded weird, but you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, like every time I'm feeling lazy, I don't want to work out. I don't want to eat properly. I don't want to go running. I take a look at my phone. I don't want that to happen again. So it's just a daily, well, more than daily. It's all day long looking at my phone. So it's a way. Oh, sorry, it's a way for me to, keep everything up front and keep that goal in mind and keep everything up front with, you know, my goals and what I want to accomplish.
You made the move to Florida after your last fight. You're training down at Stanford MMA. I saw something where you were saying that the style of training, it fits you well down there. What exactly does that environment bring out of you?
It's very, obviously Henry, great kickboxing coach, so we get a huge striking look, obviously nonstop all week. We're working on our striking, but we're also super heavy in the grappling. We grapple probably every day. So, I mean, um, Rufus Sport is known as a kickboxing gym, and I feel like too much emphasis for me, at least, was on the kickboxing when I was there, and it kind of got me away from the basics and what I'm good at, which is grappling, and that's what I should be doing. I should be grappling every day, and that's how I'm going to get my hand raised. So, you know, I'm never going to be Anthony Pettis. I'm never going to be certain, style of striker. So, I'm a ground and pound guy, and that's what I should be focusing on. So, and Henry's style of kickboxing is perfect for setting up takedowns. So, I think it's just fit me more. The the bodies in the room are all heavy grapplers, and I get a really good grappling look. So, I think it just fits me more here. The style, the way they train, grueling, hard, like you said, burning hot, humid sessions, and that's how I fight. So I need to be in that kind of fire every day.
One thing that I'm curious about is when you're in that environment, it's hot, everybody's sweaty, everybody's slippery, right? And then you're trying to go for submissions. When you practice the submissions in that slippery environment, do you think that has a big benefit for you inside the cage? When it is like the third round or the second round and everybody's just slippery as hell.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, blood and sweat, Vaseline. You're fighting. Uh, you get that real feel for what a fight's like and how uncontrollable MMA can be at times. So, you get used to training like that. And when you go to fight and you come and you have that same feeling of this guy's slippery as hell, at least you're ready for that kind of feel. So it's definitely been helping me a lot.
The stable of featherweights and lightweights at Sanford, it's just crazy, and you mentioned the grapple heavy. You got like Herbert Burns. I seen you training with him, and is he like the main training partner for you? Who else is there for you that you can work with on a daily basis?
Herbert, yeah, it's been huge. I helped him with his fight, and he's been helping me a lot. We're drilling a lot together. We're working on certain things together, and there's tons of other guys. I train a lot with Gilbert. I train a lot with Logan Storley. There's some other guys on the regional circuit that are also heavy grapplers. Michael Chandler's in there. Adam Borix. Um, a ton of guys my size with the same kind of look that I need. High level MMA feel. And so yeah, every day is, you never get an easy round in there. It's been great.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now with this fight, against Fishgold, it seems like you're expecting to go to the ground and use some of that patented ground and pound. But do you kind of feel like maybe I might be able to, play on the feet a little bit more too?
Yeah, I mean, I have more KOs than I do anything.
Mm.
But that's just how fights happen. Um, I do expect it to go to the ground for sure. But yeah, I know I'm the better striker also. And, I know I have knockout power in my feet and in my hands. So, um, yeah, I expect to hit him when I'm standing for sure. And if it keeps going my way standing, then yeah, I'll keep it there. If I could finish a fight anywhere, I'll finish it wherever it goes. But I definitely think we're gonna end up on the ground. Um, but yeah, I don't mind going in there, and keeping it standing, taking the guy down, making him work, pushing him against the cage. However it goes, I'm ready for it.
In Abu Dhabi, cardio is gonna be the biggest factor in there, with that heat and everything, the environment and everything that's going on. So yeah, it's like who can last the longest in many ways in these fights coming up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I fought 5 rounds in Mexico City before.
Wow.
Early on in my career, I fought 4 rounds on the Dana White looking for a fight show. I've had a bunch of fights, a couple fights go to decision. So I mean, I know what it's like to be in there and be tired but still have to push the pace. And I fought guys in 3-round fights that have a lot of experience in their hometown. So I mean, I'm ready for however long the fight goes. My cardio is going to be fine, and just can't wait to get in there.
All right, a big story, coming out of Sanford is of course Usman versus Burns. Was it kind of awkward for you, going in there and having this thing go on, right? To the lead up to that fight, where before they actually decided that they're gonna put the fight together.
No, not really. I mean, everyone was really cool about it, and for them, I think they know it's just business. So there was never hostility or anything weird like that. The coaches aren't getting in between anybody. So no, I didn't feel that at all, and I don't think any of the other teammates felt that either. It was pretty smooth transition, and Usman went to Trevor Whitman's, Gilbert's been over here, and for them, it's all about you know furthering their career and fighting and getting paid, and just it's all about business, and that's what they're about, and that's what everyone on the team's about. So it was pretty smooth transition.
It's a prime example of how professional Stanford MMA is. You know what I mean? And the coaches and all the fighters involved there. I love that. I love that you guys could both be fighting for a title. Two teammates could be fighting for a title and not have that craziness like some other gyms out there.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I always think about how Rory McDonald, never would fight GSP, and in my mind, I'm like, does GSP really give a fuck about you? So I think you got to just do what's best for you and your family and your livelihood, and business is business. So I think it's just, if you're a fighter and this is what you do, then you're going to fight, and that's the bottom line.
And also Henry Hoof, he wins out of this the most because he's kind of built both those guys from the ground up since the Black Zillion days. And and I hope people start to give him a little bit more credit.
Yeah, Henry's been great throughout this whole situation. He said from the beginning he's not picking sides, he's not cornering anyone. None of the main coaches in the gym are cornering anyone. So, everyone got their own corners, and they're going to go out there and do what they do, and that's it. But Henry definitely deserves some credit where it's due, not picking sides, where we've seen coaches in the past pick sides with certain fighters over their own fighters. And I think the coaches definitely made the right decision on this one.
Yeah, much respect to the coaches out there, man. Phenomenal job they've been doing for the past few years. Anyways, July 15th, UFC Fight Island, Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. Jared, thank you so much for the time. Good luck on the fight. Be safe, and yeah, we'll see you on TV.
All right, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it.